I'm Dr. Gabby Cora, and welcome to my Wellness Doctor and Coach certification program exclusively for physicians. Now, why physicians? Well, many of us have really joined our profession to be not only the doctors who help in pathology, but also help our patients achieve their maximum health and wellness, their ultimate health and wellness. And yet, with the current state of healthcare, many of us cannot do this, but at the same time, we've seen many other people come into the healthcare arena and provide for some of the services that we should be providing. So if you feel that you're one of the doctors who really went into medicine to help out, not only fix the problems, but also heal people on a very high level, thank you for joining me. Now, what's particular about this Wellness Doctor and Coach certification program for physicians? Well, first of all, it's given from physicians to physicians. So there's something very unique about that particular part of this program per se. The second one is that we're going to see not only things about coaching per se, but I'm going to help you build your whole empire around health and coaching and practicing medicine the way that you were meant to practice. So this will include tons around speaking engagement, corporate health and wellness programs, consulting programs, coaching per se, of course, networking, social media, and many other things that you would only be able to learn by doing an MBA as I've done, plus joining many other separate programs. This program brings everything together. The third point that is very important here to share is that you're going to be part of a very unique and elite group of physicians way ahead of your curve. So as a pioneer in this area, I invite you to join me in the Wellness Doctor and Coach certification program. Television and media. I am so excited to share the news. I have just been invited to join Lifetime's cast in a new show called Health and Wellness Makeover. Now, many of you may go like, oh, yes, of course, this happened overnight. But actually, there is a method to being invited as a part of a show on a regular basis, whether we come as an expert guest or whether we're joining as a regular cast member. So it's very important to try to figure out what's the science behind participating in television or the media in general. Some of you may go like, well, I'm not even interested in participating on TV. Like, why should I even wonder about this? And the reason why this is really important is you may be the best of wellness coaches and or doctors in the world, but if people don't know of your existence, you will have your certificate hanging on the wall. So it is very important to see how it is that you want to spread your message and communicate with the public at large so that you can start some kind of relationship that will hopefully last a lifetime for you too. The first point here is, why are doctors so well positioned? Well, I believe that people still respect how long it took us to go through medical school and residency and go through different expert levels, and our dedication and devotion toward helping people out. People really continue to value this quite a bit. So we're nicely positioned there. The credibility, the trust that people place on us really bring us to a very nice platform where we can send our message and be able to discuss so many things that people will really take into consideration when they make health-related decisions and or wellness decisions. The problem, though, is that as much as we are credible and as much as people respect us because of that degree, unfortunately, many of us are more used to speaking with colleagues in our colleague language instead of speaking to layman people or the public at large in a way that they will truly understand. And why is this unfortunate? This is unfortunate and sometimes very frustrating because we sometimes see wellness coaches with very little wellness background or very little health related background, but still you can see them on Prime TV because they're great communicators, because the public trusts them, because the public likes them. So some of you may be scratching your head like, well, I would be able to give a lot better information, or I would be more accurate in my information as compared to that person who's on TV. So that's one of the problems that we face. There are many people in the media, and some of them are not as prepared as you or I may be, but at the same time, they do have that marketing advantage that we may not have ourselves. The second point is that many of you may find it very easy to be a spokesperson for an institution if you're working for a large organization. And honestly, that's the way that I started as an expert on television when I was a researcher at the National Institutes of Health. It was very common to have anyone from the media, television, radio, or printed media, approach us for the right information coming from the expert. However, whenever we leap into a private setting or whenever you launch your own practice, even if you have an extremely successful practice, you're still going to be competing with other people who are sponsored by major institutions. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't do it yourself. It just means that you need to become very savvy to continue to position yourself well. Unfortunately, many people feel that when they leave their institutions, they're the center of the universe anyways, so the media will approach them too. But many of them have realized after leaving outstanding institutions that the media doesn't rely on them as much as before, unless they had, and this brings me to the third point, outstanding relationships with the media. In the media, on television, radio, or the media in general, it is really all about relationships. The more that journalists, the more that anchors can rely on you, the more that they like you, the more that they realize that you're succinct to the point, that you can make a great point in 2 minutes, if that's all they have, the more that they will invite you back and back and back. So this trust and credibility, this ability to establish a close relationship is what the media really wants from you. It's not only that producers want to like you when they work with you, they really want to also realize that people love it when you appear on camera. People love it when you're on the radio. People love your quotes, and you get to be quoted over and over and over again. So hope you enjoyed this mini teleseminar on it's just a touch in terms of TV, radio, and some other media opportunities that you have. Although I'm going to prepare another video actually on just public relations and networking, as those continue to be very important in everything that we do as we launch the Wellness Doctor and Coach certification program. So if you're interested, go sign up at wellnessdoctorandcoach.com. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the sneak preview of the Wellness Doctor and Coach certification program, and I look forward to seeing you in July. Now, how can you sign up? Very simple, by filling out a form that you need to request directly to me on my private email. What is my private email? It's gcl@drgabbycora.com. So write me a private email at gcl@drgabbycora.com, request the form to sign up, and you'll be one of a group of 12 people coming in and joining me on the Wellness Doctor and Coach certification program. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in Miami in July.